What is up, YouTube? How are we all doing? We good? We bad? We great? Welcome back to The Spot. This might be like the spot of future references. We'll come back to this in 10 years time, maybe not. So this is episode 2 of Stupid Daryl's update, as trying to keep to the YouTube fiasco of trying to just keep up to going. So what I'll try and do is every single week, as I said before, is to kind of go through what the week's like, how I'm feeling, what we trained, what we didn't train, if we did miss anything, and working my way through that, and then basically give you like a brief impact. And maybe when my skills get better, I will start incorporating more to each video of like, if I do this, there's a video there of me training, and if I do this, it's got the word twat. I'm gonna try myself to not drop the F-bomb 30 seconds in, so we really made progress. So, as we said, we're going to a new week. Obviously, this is on a Sunday, so I will explain last week before I go into the new week. So Monday we did pull, Tuesday we did push, we took Wednesday off, Thursday we did legs, and Friday we did upper. Pull session was fantastic. It was basically my like back and density day already mixed into one, and everything just went smoothly. Really enjoying the stiff leg factor right now. I kind of alternate usually between deadlift, stiff leg, and RDLs. Deadlifts, I usually get to a point where I just get stuck or actually injuring myself. That's what I've noticed. RDLs, I just get bored with. I'm not gonna lie, I don't enjoy RDLs. I know they're great, but every time I've ran an RDL, I basically just get to a point where it's like the same, and I end up just either dropping a rep or losing a rep. The weight never really moves. And with stiff leg right now, feels pretty good. There is obviously all other factors we were doing pull, but I'm just talking about the main lifts that I enjoy, because again, this is about me. I'm very selfish. Then we did push. Push is basically just your average push workout, but I like to incorporate bench because I want to be a little bit different. And secondly, who doesn't like benching? Let's tear a pec. So push is always good. I like to do Monday and Tuesday together, just because obviously I do also work 50 hours a week, and I like to kind of get the majority of that energy, shall we say, through the week in those 2 days. Wednesday was my rest day. Originally meant to do Wednesday was a cardio day. It never happened. That's always good. It is what it is. I will do cardio at a later date. So Thursday, legs. I was very geared up for Thursday, purely because I hadn't done legs in 2 weeks. I was very much looking forward to it. My legs will tell you different today, but right now they're still good. What the fuck is going on with my hair? Anyway, I dropped the F-burn on 3 minutes in. Fuck it. 2. I'm in trouble. Anyway, and then we walked into a very tired, battered Friday, where not only was work quite busy, I was also tired from the legs. So probably thinking about it now, going into the next week, I might take that leg day and give it its own sort of day. So having like a Wednesday, train Thursday and Friday off. I will assess how the week goes. Obviously, I'm still busy. So overall, all 4 sessions were very good. I don't have, it probably would have been a good idea to actually have a piece of paper that explains exactly what I've done, like what exercise I did, what repetition, but we'll gloss over that. Calorie intake for the whole week was 190 grams of protein, 360 carb, and 55 fat on training day. And then on a rest day, it was 190 protein, 60 fat, and 290 on our rest day. So obviously the body can still recover. Sleep wise, I'm getting 7 hours. I aim to get 7. That's kind of my, usually if I have 7, I feel good for the day and I can sort of get on with the day, if you will. Where if I have 6, I'm very more focused, but everything's a chore. And 8 hours, everything's a chore and I'm not focused. So 7 seems to be my kind of rate of where I want to be. Is it optimal? 6 to 9 is kind of where you want to be. And understand that obviously I spend an hour and a half at the gym, and a lot of people don't have an hour and a half. So you know, you need to figure out, not you, but if you have a coach or if you're looking to get into fitness, the first thing you need to really look at is how you can, what time you actually have to get to the gym if you have time. If you need to train at home, fine, but that's a whole different ball game for a conversation if you want to have. If you don't want to have that, it's fine. There's plenty of people out there that will tell you about it. But again, this YouTube is about trying to just help you with what I'm doing, and that's what this is about, and that's what it's going to be about going forward. I'm not here to talk about anyone else. If I have a question about that, I'll answer. But yeah, so overall this week has been a really good week. We went from 67 something kg, we're now on the 68 mark. I think that's correct. Yeah, 68 mark. So I'm hoping that by next Friday we're starting to push towards 69, which would be starting to touch weight that I've not been in a very long time. My biggest for me was 70.3 kg, which was at the end of my bulk last April, before I competed. So I got to 70.3, and then I started dieting for a show. So at the moment, as we are now in June, I think what day it was, and we're already approaching 70, it's feeling good. So we're going to continue on. So obviously next week, in the current state of affairs, if you ask me how next week's going to go, Monday will be pull, Tuesday will be push, probably take Wednesday off, Thursday will be legs, probably take Friday off and train Saturday. Now Saturday's quite a busy day for me, so the chances of me training Saturday are probably slim. It's that, or I'm going to do Monday, Tuesday and Wednesday, take Thursday off and train Friday. Haven't really decided that far yet. I kind of go by the feel of the body. So yeah, all in all, that has been the week. This was a 6-minute video. It's pretty crap, isn't it? Most people do 10-15-minute videos, but don't really have much to say. And unfortunately, with YouTube, it's very hard to kind of find what it is. And obviously, looking at literally a radiator, because there's nothing else around me to really look at, apart from a massage gun and a dinosaur kit. That's right, I'm a fan of dinosaurs. If you don't like it, that's my answer. But yeah, all in all, that's that. Food wise for the week, really big on the heck rashers, like really big. So I have them quite a lot, 3 or 6 of them a day at least. My pre-workout meal at the precise moment is bagels and 3 heck rashers. Been having that pretty much consistently for the last like 3 months with jam. I have like 20 grams of jam on it. I say 20, 25. It's, you know, I measure it, I take it out the jar, I go to town with the bagels, and there we go. I'm like, yeah, cool, what that'll do. And when they look at the scale, it says -20, yeah, I go, great. If it's -25, I say great. If it's -30, it's still great. It just needs to take a little less fat out later on in the week. Day, so I say, sorry. Meal 2, which is post-workout at the moment, is cereal. Either Rice Krispies or Cocoa Pops, depending on what mood I'm in. Followed by a protein shake. Or it hasn't actually been followed by a protein shake recently. It's just been eating a shit ton of carbs and then going to work. But yeah, usually it'll be some sort of cereal. Oh, again, the range is between 100 to 150. If I have rice cakes, I will have rice cakes with that. So it's usually the caramel ones. So if it's that, I'll have 100 grams of like Cocoa Pops, 3 rice cakes, 20 grams of dark chocolate, and that's post-workout. Then I'm at work, so at work I will normally eat around the 12-1 mark. It is quite a long gap because I'm basically going from 5 to 12. And the reason is that I just don't have time. I'm very busy from 6:30 to 12 of work. And obviously while I'm at work, I have to, sorry, let me rephrase that. I've got to work, right? So we do that. And then from 12 till 5, we continue on. If we eat at 1 will usually be a meal of something like chicken or beef, about 200 grams usually. And then it'll be either some sort of vegetable like carrots. Carrots have been the main go-to right now, but I think going forward we might incorporate something else like a asparagus or a bean, or maybe both. And then we usually, recently on a jacket potato. I would like potatoes, but I ran having just plain potato for 3 months, and my stomach just decided to say no, and jacket potato is simply fine. I don't really have any other fat in those meals, but as of next week, I'm going to incorporate a little bit more fat in those meals to try and keep some sort of satiated factor. And then we go home and usually have a last meal, which is usually a repeat of the 3rd meal. So it might just be that I have, again, a jacket potato with chicken, or the opposites. If I had beef, it'll be chicken. If I had chicken then, it'll be beef. But I have the same stuff, and like, as boring as that sounds, I enjoy it. and like I like the consistency of just eating almost the same shit. And like, you know, we run that Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then Friday is usually like where I kind of still stick to my diet, but have like one off-plan meal. So normally my workplace is a little burger van we go to, so we go there. And again, I normally have a burger and chips, and then I won't eat after that. So if I eat at work at 2 o'clock, I'll probably go till the next day. Alternatively, I might incorporate a little snack, something not crazy, like a protein shake at the end. If I've not had that burger, I'll have a pizza. Or, you know, or sometimes I don't, whatever. So, you know, depending on how the week goes. But yeah, all in all, now I've got 10 minutes on the camera, so I feel 10 minutes is sufficient for a video. It might not be. I don't know how long a video needs to be of listening to some idiot talk with a t-shirt that says about taking me seriously because I'm not normal. But yeah, that is pretty much another week in my life. And firstly, I hope you all enjoyed. And if you did enjoy, give me a thumbs up and subscribe if you want to. You don't have to. I don't really care. This is just for my own amusement right now. I was talking to myself like an absolute idiot. But yeah, so we're gonna move on to the next week now, where more lifting and more growth comes in. I think what I'll try to do in the next video, maybe if I can be bothered, is try to go through like my push, my pull, my leg and my upper split, the reason why I do it, and so on and so forth. And maybe also try to help you guys, should you be interested in why I do what I do, and like maybe helping you if with your own lifting advice. Anyway, that is that. I hope you enjoyed. And if you didn't, go fuck yourself. Cheers.